All right, guys. How you doing? My name is Rich Guzman.
What's going on, you guys? My name is Ace Guzman.
Welcome to another Ace and Rich Live, where we help marketers like you design a lifestyle business that gets results.
I love that.
So do I.
I love that
It's
so
all
much.
about getting straight to the point. So, guys, we have some great stuff to share with you this evening, okay? Some very crucial information that's going to help you avoid these 7 mistakes marketers made, because these mistakes that they make will help you avoid like the plague in digital marketing. So,
Like the plague?
like the plague.
Is that bad, isn't
Yeah,
it?
7 mistakes marketers need to avoid like the plague in digital marketing.
Okay, let's get to it, Rich.
Let's do it. All right. So, guys, how is everybody doing tonight? Let me know in the comment section. How is everybody doing tonight? And do me a favor, share this out to the world.
That's
We're
what
going
I'm
to share
trying
some
to do.
great stuff here.
I'm trying to share this out with everybody here. So give me a minute. Let's do that right now.
Yep. Let me know in the comments, guys. How are you feeling tonight?
Feeling good? All
I'm
right.
feeling pretty good. Puerto Rico, a little warm, but still feeling really good. All righty, guys. Let's see here. Hey, Ace and Rich, doing great.
Doing great, Albie. Awesome.
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 Good. All right, so people are still hopping on right now, and we're gonna get started with the content.
Yeah, we can just go
Let's
ahead
get,
and with it.
And guys, let me just start off by saying this. This is Ace and Rich Live. Okay, what this is designed for is to help you have breakthroughs in your business, to help you get results. Okay, to help you get unstuck with things that are holding you back. Now, what we usually do at the end, we always ask someone if they have any questions and things like that. So don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Even if you're watching the replay, leave a question in the comments. That way we can go back in the next Ace and Rich Live and answer that question as well, because it's all about coming together as a community and helping each other grow. Okay? So now that that's out of the way, let's go with the first mistake, okay, that digital affiliate marketing, marketers make, is not knowing your audience. Okay, not knowing your audience is very, very crucial. Now, I want to say something about this because, we've been dabbling in AI quite a bit.
Yeah.
And we've been really fine tuning our customer avatar with our audience. Okay, so knowing the age demographics, knowing who they are, what they're into, what pain point and challenges they have. Very crucial, very important that we do that. So understanding, like, if you just go out there and you're just like jumping into affiliate marketing without understanding this crucial mistake that pretty much all affiliate marketers make when they get started, that's
a big no-no.
Catastrophic.
Yes.
Okay, it's very catastrophic. And I've seen a lot of people do this and they don't get anywhere because really they're trying to sell to everyone. And when they sell to everyone, they sell to no one.
Exactly. Yeah.
So understand that this mistake, you have to avoid like the plague, because if not, you're going to be spinning your wheels and wondering why no one is paying attention to you. It's like you're throwing all the stuff, like throwing spaghetti at the wall and hopefully it sticks.
I made a post about that in the past, actually, where I did an image and it was like just, like baby spaghetti that was on the wall and it was like sliding down the wall and the sauce was down there and everything. But the whole analogy behind it was, why are you posting on social media just anything and everything you think is going to possibly make a sale? It's not.
No.
And the content is garbage. So, and the reason why the content is garbage is because you haven't fully grasped like who is in your marketplace. You haven't fully grasped who's your avatar. And that's the problem. And the way to fix this is to do thorough market research to understand your audience pain points, their desires, their challenges. Like, you got to know this stuff. And that way, that'll lead them into, take a look at the content. Now they can make an educated decision that your offer is right for them.
Exactly. And guys, if you're not doing this, this is why you're probably struggling. One of the things I learned in the very beginning when I first got started with marketing, always to focus on your target market. But it's not just a target market. It's diving a little bit deeper and understanding what your audience is, who they are, right? Again, what is the age demographics, right? what pain points and challenges they're having in their business. All right. Because if you don't know their problems and you don't even know your customer avatar very well, what's going to happen is you're going to be talking on video, or you're going to be creating content that's not really speaking to the right market.
Yeah. And you know what I see this a lot with too? I see this a lot with, I got to throw them under the bus, the freaking cryptocurrency people.
Oh, no, everybody's a customer.
Everybody's a customer. Like, am I wrong about that? Let me know in the chat. Like, we get some engagement here about this. Like, am I wrong about this, or am I right? Is Ace right? Am I right about this? I'm seeing this with the cryptos. We know that there is a lot of cryptocurrency business opportunity, biz ops out there. Okay. Because obviously that's leading the way with creating multiple streams of income. However, they still have to learn who their avatar is. They can't keep doing what they've been doing lately and thinking that every single person who has a profile is going to look at their business opportunity or try to invest with them in crypto, Exactly. And I hate when they use those methods and tactics that just don't work.
They don't.
No.
They don't. They might get lucky, but it's not sustainable.
But if you guys, and I'm speaking to the crypto crew, okay, you guys, if you really took the time to understand who your customer avatar is and really spent the time and understand that the type of industry that you're involved in doesn't involve signing people up, but looking for investors, you would spend the time to understand what are the pain points and challenges that financial constraints are going on in your avatar's life. What is it that they truly want, desire, and what do they really want to do when they have it? Then you can start reaching out to them and you can start speaking to them. Not everybody has to go, hey, have you heard about Bitcoin? Have you heard about Forex trading? Like, this is that same stupid tactic that they keep using, and it's not working.
Over and over and over again.
I just had to get that off my chest, girl. I had to rant that off.
You have to get off your chest. I got you.
I had to get that off my chest. All right, so mistake number 2.
Mistake number 2, ignoring lead generation.
That's a good one.
And I don't mean just solo ads, guys. I mean ignoring lead generation on all fronts. Free marketing and paid marketing.
Yes.
Only focusing on the immediate sales without capturing leads is a catastrophic mistake. Okay? So why is this catastrophic? Because you miss out on future sale opportunities.
Well, you do.
And you waste potential customer data. You don't even know what's working. You don't know what's working, what's not working. Right? You have to measure and know what's going on.
You do.
So you really need those leads to find out.
Right.
So, I mean, when it comes to this mistake, guys, make sure you just don't rely on solo ad leads. Okay?
No.
Don't just rely on. We've learned from the very beginning to generate leads from different sources.
Yes.
Because, and I'll give you an example. I'm not going to leave you guys in the dark. When we run solo ads, we know it's a cold market. We know that these people are frigid, right? They're like icicles. They don't even know who you are. So you got to work extra hard to convert those leads into sales. It requires experience. It requires knowledge. It requires to know how to create incentives to actually have people, pull the trigger, right? You got to give them a reason. If not, it's going to go to somebody else, right? Because you got to understand something. They're on other people's list. At the same time, they're on your list. Very crucial. Very important to understand that. Now, let's look at a different type of lead generation. This type of lead generation is called social media marketing. Social media marketing, we can get very, very targeted, right, with the lead because we have different audiences that we can attract, right, with our messaging matching the market, right? So we know that if we are targeting a specific individual, we know if we're targeting a specific lead or potential lead, okay, we know exactly that market very, very well. So we know how to create the capture pages to attract that market. We know how to follow up with the emails with the right verbiage to convert those leads into sales. Not only that, but here's a very important part I want to get across. Whenever you have a lead that's watching you or knowing your content or even seeing your picture, they're more pre-warm than cold. And when they're pre-warm, they feel like they're getting to know you. And when they're getting to know you, the next step is they're starting to like you. And then once they start to like you, what happens, guys? They buy from you.
Yes, they do.
Okay?
That's how it happens.
That's the process. That's why I
Yes.
love social media marketing, because I'd rather people see who we are, right? And develop a solid relationship, right? Like, I'd rather have someone come through our funnel and make an appointment with us and have a conversation, right? We're working on a new funnel right now that we are, at the end, it's going to go to a conversation. Now, they do have an opportunity to go to the sale, right? But I want to focus more on how can we get together? How can we get to know you better? How can we help solve your problem that you're dealing with? The only way to do that is not just funnels. The way to do that is to get connected and really get to know those pain, the pain and the challenges and the problems that they're having. And this is what we've always done for so many years. And we still do it still to this day. And we've been able to stay sustainable in our business for so many years. Okay? So don't make the mistake of just generating leads with solo ads. Get out there, create content, start building your brand, start getting connected, and get very targeted so you know your messaging and you start understanding your customer avatar.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yes. All right. The third mistake, I'm going to actually tell you guys this because, it was a big thing for us because we didn't know any better. Okay. I'm just basically sharing with you from our personal experience. When we got involved with high ticket affiliate marketing, the first thing we thought was lead with that. However, we never knew what would happen if we kept doing it like leading with the high ticket first without building a relationship.
Yeah.
So mistake number 3 is trying to sell high ticket items immediately right off the cuff. And the reason why this is a mistake is because you're not focusing on building the relationship first. And how do you expect anybody to spend more than $500 to $1,000 or more with you if you haven't even gotten to know them a little bit yet?
And they wonder why they're not making sales.
Right. Yes.
All the sales that we've ever made and continue to make in high ticket,
Mm-hmm.
we've always communicated with people, because I truly believe I'd rather have a solid relationship with someone
Yes.
and work together,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So they feel like they're a part of something, and they don't feel like they're just alone,
Not just that,
trapped in the infinite universe of the internet.
but not just that, but because of the type of quality of a prospect it is. It could be a low quality prospect and they can't even afford you, right? Or they could be somebody who's just not committed. That's another thing you got to think about and you might run into is, okay, yeah, great, you sell a high ticket item, but what if that type of person that you're talking to is not the type of person who can actually stick with a commitment?
Well, that's why
You know what I mean?
we ran into that.
Yeah.
And what we've done is we've actually had different areas that they could actually join to really grow their business.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Let's say somebody comes right now and says, hey guys, I'm on a really tight budget. Hey, it's understandable. We're dealing with inflation. We're dealing with like things that are just unprecedented what's going on right now in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
We get it. We understand it. So therefore, what can we do about it? Well, we don't want to make excuses and say, there's no way. No, there's always a way.
Always.
Okay. And it leads me to this story because when we first got started in high ticket affiliate marketing, how did we invest our first $2,000 in high ticket affiliate marketing?
Mm-hmm.
Did we just pull out of our butts? No. No, we didn't. We actually took our tax return.
Mm-hmm.
We combined our tax returns together. All right.
Yeah, we got resourceful.
And we got resourceful. We started that high ticket affiliate marketing journey with that alone.
Yeah.
And you know what we did? We hustled our butts off.
Sure did.
To create our story, that people get to know who we are, so we can see our success and see the results.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is the most amazing part. We earned our way to the next level to invest into our higher ticket commission.
Right.
Now, normally people would say, oh, no, you want to go all in, right? Well, yes, you do. But when it comes to investing $10,000, $30,000, the reality is no. Because who's got that just lying around? They don't. People that do this usually, they get a loan, a business loan or a regular loan from their bank.
Or they make sacrifices and, they sell their assets.
So assets.
Yeah.
Right? So they're taking a really big risk.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to do that, all the power to you.
But that's your choice.
But we're telling you what we did.
Yeah.
And we worked our way up,
Exactly.
and we kept buying high ticket, and we started earning higher and higher ticket commissions.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, guys. We literally did this in 42 months. 42 weeks. 40 weeks? No,
You are messing this up. You know that? You are jacking this story up.
I am.
Dude, it was 42K in 15 weeks.
Yeah, 42. See, I got the 42 right.
You see what happens when you made a lot of money?
42K.
You forget how you got there.
42K. 42K in 15 weeks.
The woman never forget. Right, ladies? The woman never forget. The man forgot.
42K
Yeah.
in 15 weeks.
All right now.
So we moved pretty quickly.
Yeah.
All right. But when did we actually earn enough money to upgrade to that 10K? That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
When did we do it? I'm testing her memory now.
We did. Let's see. Which level?
When we invested into the 10K.
That was at Pro.
Yeah.
That was at Pro.
Yeah.
Right before or right after we hit the 42K, we had to scale up.
Okay, so we did it in 15 weeks.
We did it in 15 weeks, and then we invested everything, then we went up.
Then we went up.
Yep.
And then we did
right after the 15 weeks, we like that. We hit it.
And then we went to like 100 and
yep.
Was it 68,000?
No, 182.
182,000.
182,000. Yep.
Less than a year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, guys, we're just telling you the story so you can see how we did it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody does it differently.
But that was just with that offer because we never counted the other one.
Yeah, we did.
And the other one on top of that, that was over 250,000 right there.
Yeah, we did.
In 6 months.
Right, and we did 30K in 30 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah, love it.
Results are not typical. We have to let you guys know that.
Listen, you don't have to say that anymore.
Yeah, we are not typical.
No, listen.
Yeah.
When it comes to the FTC, you don't have to say that anymore. That does not matter. I've been studying more about the FTC.
You have.
FTC does not want you to make income claims that are not true.
Okay.
And we all know that everyone has that same opportunity, but there's no guarantee they can make that money.
There is none.
Okay, that's what the FTC wants, you to know.
They want you to know that.
So,
okay, but how do we fix this problem before anybody starts worrying about if you're involved in a high ticket and you're worried about, some of the things that we said? The way to fix this problem, okay, is number one, don't lead with the high ticket immediately. No. Build a relationship first. Start with a low cost front end offer in the very beginning.
Yes.
This is going to establish the know, like, and trust relationship first with that person. It's also going to give you an idea if that is going to be the type of individual that you want to have an opportunity to try to offer them the upsell, right? Which is to the higher ticket offer.
Yes.
Because a lot of the people that we market to, we didn't prejudge anybody. We never prejudge anybody and say, oh, okay, just because, you make X amount of dollars at your job working at, freaking McDonald's or something, you can't go high ticket. No, we never did that.
Well, no, because that funnel on the front end was $1 trial.
It was. So I'll give you a secret. Every single trial that comes into your business, talk to them. And I'll tell you why. Okay. Even if you're selling high ticket, this is something we did. We never left any stone unturned. The Ace and Rich method was to make sure that we never left anybody behind. And that meant even if they spent their first $1 and you earned yourself a minimum of 40% commission just from the $1, is it worth your time? Absolutely. It is.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. And what you do is you don't spend no more than 15 minutes with that individual. You meet them, you greet them, you tell them what they need to do. You address any additional questions that they have, and you get moving. Because in that moment, in that opportunity, they are worth your time. They're a buyer. And I only follow up with buyers.
Yes.
Leads, I'll email you. I'll email you all damn day. I'll email you every day until you get sick of me, until you cancel, unsubscribe, or die.
That's brutal. But it's true,
that's just how it is.
But
that's what affiliate marketing is.
We've been doing this for a while now. That I have people on our list that have passed away. So you know.
All right. Mistake number 4.
All right, guys. Failing to follow up. Now, this can mean 2 different types of follow-up, though. And you just mentioned that.
Yes, I did.
Okay. About the buyer follow-up. Now, when it comes to following up, they always say the fortune is in the follow-up. This is 100% unequivocally true. You definitely want to follow up with every single buyer. If you fail to follow up, you're leaving so much money on the table. And what if you do if you're brand new? You're like, I don't know don't know what to do. Start getting uncomfortable, right? You didn't jump into this to make a little side hustle income, right? Some people do that, but the majority of people that want to get started, they want to fire the boss, this is 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And they literally want to make it happen. That's what we wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And majority of people we talk to is the same way. They're like, oh, I want to leave my job. I want to be able to retire. I want to be able to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
Live life on my terms, right? So understand that if you don't follow up, you're not going to have any practice on learning how to build that relationship with people, right? Because we did that right from the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm,
and we had to.
Yeah.
I remember like we had so many people coming in, right? I mean, we're talking like thousands.
And you know what?
And hold on, let me finish.
The follow-up, I want to touch on that.
What happened was the individual that was doing the closing, I remember, said, guys, I cannot keep up with the volume that you guys are bringing in. And you guys have to start to learn to do your own closes. And we were like, what?
That's what I want to get into is, when you start doing effective follow-up, what happens is you're developing your muscles, your skills with closing. A lot of people say, Ace, I would love to be a fly on the wall and, one day see how you close high ticket sales, the way you be closing them. And honestly, in the very beginning, I didn't know what I was doing. But in the very beginning, I had little bullet points and, a Post-it note, and I would follow these bullet points. It would be 3 basic questions. Now I do more questions than that because I really am thorough with who I'm closing. And I want to make sure they're a right fit because obviously, we're talking about a lot of money here to invest into your future, right? And don't forget, even though you're investing, don't think you're out of the picture because you're also the leader, the person that's bringing that person in and doing the closing. You also are investing back into them.
Exactly, because they will do what you do, not what you say.
Don't just think you could just close a high ticket, mid ticket sale and just not do anything with it and sit on the beach. Okay, no, ain't happening. You got work to do. You got work to do because now that buyer is really seriously invested into you. Are you guys feeling me? And then when you invest back into them, they're going to appreciate you more. Henceforth, you build your closing skills. Okay,
right.
That's why buyer follow up is so important.
Albie in the chat says also mid ticket.
Yeah, definitely. Mid ticket also
well.
qualifies for that because it's in between before the high ticket. But again, if they can't even invest into the mid ticket, what makes you think they're going to get the high ticket? You get what I'm saying? So it's very important that you're consistent with what your follow-up is going to be about. Even if it's a low ticket item, you're leading into something. The call should never be about like, oh, I'm just going to welcome you and that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. No, you better use that opportunity to close somebody into a high ticket sale. That's what you do.
Absolutely.
I'm being transparent. I'm keeping it real and raw.
Yes,
I'm not going to lie.
I've always done this and still do this.
That's it.
It's a great way to build a successful business,
Mm-hmm.
not relying on just lead and follow up.
Yeah.
But combine all those other elements.
Yes.
Really builds a balanced business.
It really does. Okay. Mistake number 5, not offering premium solutions. Well, what do we mean by that? Well, here's the thing. The mistake is you're relying solely on the low cost products without the high ticket offer. That means, let's say for those of you who play small, the little small ones, the ones that goes tiptoeing the 4 foot deep end of the water of the pool before you even get to the 8 feet deep, 10 feet deep, right? You don't know how to jump, dive in. Why? Because you're scared or because you have something about you in your mindset that's limiting you to believe that you could even ever make a sale of a high ticket. Something to think about, right? If you rely solely on just a low cost product without focusing on the high ticket, you just hurt your business. You don't fully understand or grasp what being a high ticket closer is all about. And the reason why this is catastrophic is because you miss out on the significant revenue that could literally sustain your business 6 months, 12 months, a whole another 2-3 years and going on forward. If you just focus solely on the little ticket items, like let's take, for example, Power Lead System. Okay. This is one of the offers that we usually market and we've been doing great with them. We're super affiliates with them as well as coaches and trainers. And let's take, there's some members in this one community and all they do is focus on this one little offer called Lead Lightning and it's only $6 a time. Now, how many $6 sales?
Commission, yeah.
How many $6 commissions do you need to make 10 grand?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. It goes back to that question about the ebooks too.
Right.
You sell an ebook for $7,
low
and
ticket item.
and you get a $6
And
commission.
you need a lot of them to be sold, right?
Right.
You need the numbers in your favor in order to do it. Now let's talk about mid-ticket. How many mid-ticket items do you need to sell before you get to 10 grand? Okay. And then going forward, how many high-ticket items do you need to sell 10 grand? It depends on the offer. You probably might need what? 10 if you're making $1,000 a pop, right? But if you're making like $400 or $500 a pop, you'll get there.
You know,
Okay.
it's a lot easier
Yeah.
if you really look at those numbers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, $1,000 commission, 10 sales, 10 grand.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of the programs that you're involved in, they do require you to pay to play. Well, why do I say that? Because first of all, how can you tell somebody to invest into you if you haven't done the investing first yet?
If you haven't invested in yourself first,
Don't do that.
Again, they're going to do what you do, not what you say.
Exactly. So how do we fix this problem? Well, first of all, guys, what you need to do is develop premium products or services that you can offer, okay, at high perceived value, and then justify the price as something like a done for you type of service or some type of additional one-on-one type coaching. Okay. That's what's really going to help you sweeten the deal.
See, you're good at that. You're good at that.
I have fun with it. I love
Yeah.
it. I have fun with it. I love it. But before I couldn't even sell $1 for the life of me. It was like I was in a program, begins with M, ends with Luca. And it was a part of a network marketing opportunity.
Oh, just say it, Mellow
Yeah,
Luca.
Mellow Luca. I just do that when I'm on stage. People know they know what I mean. That's what makes them laugh. But the thing is that I remember the $1 trials, and you were actually have to sell like toxic free cleaning products and shit like that. And then all of a sudden, like,
Man,
don't get me
the
wrong,
commission was so small.
it was very small commission. And I don't know how they expect people to actually make money with that dumb thing. But the products were great, but the commission sucked. And literally, I was there struggling. Before I met you, right? I'm struggling as a single mom living in New Jersey with my parents. And I couldn't even for the life of me get a $1 trial sale. I sucked at that. And here I am now, fast forward to today as, top female super affiliate in the industry. And everybody knows me as Ace. And they're like, girl, you are hot, man. You can close a high ticket sale with your eyes closed. See, but you develop these skills over time. Why? Because I failed and failed and failed and failed forward so many times. I learned from those failures. And what is failure? Failure is feedback.
Yep.
And that's what I learned. Like, how do I get good? How do I get better? And I just kept watching and watching, my mentors in action, how they were doing it.
I'll give you a guy's advice. I mean,
Mhm.
I've heard this from one of my mentors,
Yeah.
and he said, "I believe, Rich, if you never give up, you'll figure it out."
Yeah.
And in the beginning, I didn't really fully grasp that, but as I went along throughout the years and got seasoned a little bit and got some experience, I did figure it out.
And you will. You'll figure it out, whether it be mid-ticket or high ticket. You'll figure it out. You
You'll
just
figure it
got to get
out.
going.
Yeah.
And you can't stop, and you
It's
can't.
practice.
Yeah,
It
you
ain't
can't
anything.
like hold yourself back with your limiting beliefs and say, "Oh, I'm not worth it," or
Oh,
"I
that'll
can't."
kill you. Those
That'll
limiting
hurt you,
beliefs
man.
will kill you.
Yeah.
Like that.
And I know some people in this audience that do that too. I ain't gonna throw nobody on the bus.
All right.
Oh,
Let's talk about mistake number 6.
yeah, let's go into it.
Avoiding personal interaction.
Ooh.
Now, and it's interesting, we're just talking about that. There's different ways of communicating online.
Yeah.
One of our secrets is we love Zoom, right? I remember when I first started doing this, I was using Skype. Then we started using Zoom.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
So, but we always wanted to have a video interaction. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because video is like the closest thing to being in person.
It is. It really is.
It really is. And I'm telling you right now, the phone. I don't know. I still don't call. I don't call anybody.
It's old
I want to
school.
see you. I want you to see me.
Yeah.
We're talking about another level here with connecting and communicating. Seeing your facial expression, seeing your body language is very important to me when I'm closing the sale.
I gotta say something about this. When back in the day, in old sales 101, salesmen, and saleswomen, okay, don't get offended. What happens is that used to be smooth. Picking up the phone, never seeing their face, no video calling technology.
They had no choice.
So hold on a minute, no video technology. And they were literally supposed to lay down the sale at that point. Nowadays, it ain't like that. You get a call right now, you're already turned off the moment that you receive the phone call.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm embarrassed that you even took time to call me. Don't you know how to use video call these days?
Yeah,
Like they want to see you on camera.
It's true. And people always say they appreciate the fact that we do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and this is great that we're sharing this with you because, you can learn from this, right? Don't make the mistake
Mm-hmm.
and go down that long road. We're giving you the yellow brick road. In other words, some shortcuts to get to Oz. You get what I'm saying? So let me continue here, though. So why is it catastrophic, right? Let's talk about when you avoid personal interaction, okay? It's a little bit more difficult to build trust with someone. All right, it's a little bit more difficult. When you connect with someone on video, you get to see them, right? You get to see their body language. Like I can look at somebody's body language, they can look at my body language. They can see my confidence, right? They can see that I know what I'm talking about. They feel more comfortable. Now they start getting more confident in making a decision, okay? If you're doing it on the phone or text is not, there's no emotion. There's no emotion, right? I know people that close deals over text. That's a very small percentage. But if you really want to bring that percentage up, you want to show yourself, you want to communicate, learn to ask questions. When you learn to ask questions, that's when you get the feedback. That's when you really know what's going on, right? Like when we do, when we close deals, we don't immediately start selling. We start asking questions because I want to know more about the person.
Yes.
What did they do?
Yeah.
What is, like, have they ever done affiliate marketing before? Right? Have they ever been part of a program before? Have they done different types of affiliate marketing before? Have they done network marketing before? Or have they done absolutely zero and they're brand new? Now that's important to me because once I know this,
Yes.
I know exactly how to help them. If someone's got more experience, a little bit different conversation. Someone that's brand new, complete opposite conversation, right? And you get seasoned a little bit, you start to understand this stuff, right? Then you know how to close because the way that you close, they close themselves. If you do it right, they will close themselves. They're already, they're ready to buy more. Okay, just so you know. But if you do it wrong, they're not going to buy. Very, very important.
No matter how good the product is.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you're conveying information for them to make an educated decision. And if you give too much away, they're not going to see the need to even review the product and to give you, some feedback about, well, I'll get back to you when I'm, ready to sign up into something like that, or I'm ready to invest into something like that. And also, if I have any additional questions, can I count on you to answer the phone when I have questions? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And a lot of times, when I close somebody, I take care of all that in 15 minutes tops. Like when I close somebody in a high ticket, they come back to me with questions. That's what I got group calls for. Group calls are great because that's the time when you ask me. Like Mondays and Tuesdays, I block out those group calls and I go, okay, anybody got any questions? Don't try to do it on the 15-minute call. I'm trying to get to know you because that's just a little bit of that time that I have to literally find out if you're qualified to even, get to know, like, and trust me first. And then if I can get to know, like, and trust you as well, because we just met.
Bingo.
Right.
Yep.
So, where are we at? The 7th?
Last one.
Are we at the 7th? The 7th deadly one, the catastrophic. Oh my God. What is it? Okay. So the 7th one, you want to do it or do you want me to do it?
I'll do it.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Make it good.
This is the last one.
I'm waiting for it.
This is the last one.
What's the 7th one?
Okay. And this is another mistake affiliate marketers make. Okay. This is it. Quitting too early. We saved the best for last because it's unfortunate. We've seen so many people come and go, and it's sad. And I say it's sad because we've seen people have so much great potential, and to all throw it away because things didn't go their way.
Yeah.
Fairly quickly.
Yeah.
And again, I've seen people give up right at the moment that they're about to have a breakthrough. It's kind of like that picture that we saw with the guy mining for the diamond, and then he leaves the pickaxe down, and there was a thin layer in the wall between the wall and the diamond. Like one more pick, could have got all the diamonds.
Well, the thing is, there's a reason behind quitting too early. It's so easy to say no.
I always tell you it's easy not to do it.
Exactly. So why is it that every time before you start anything or when you're starting something and just a little bit of results start to come in, you tend to hold yourself back from going bigger, right? And so now all of a sudden you have this limiting belief, this limiting mindset about, well, what happens if I do go big? Who's going to be looking at me? And what happens if I can't afford this? And what if I don't get my commission in time? And then all these crazy thoughts start rolling through your head.
Hold on. You just went to two different scenarios. Stay with that first scenario.
Yeah.
And what you're saying there is people are afraid of success.
They are.
More than failure, believe it or not.
And then all those little chatterboxes start to happen. Yeah.
Like what if something happens?
Yeah.
Like what,
Mhm.
could I handle it? Could I, a lot of, again, these are the limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
And let me tell you this. You have to get uncomfortable for that success to actually, really to understand success, you have to really be uncomfortable. And if you really want to make it, that uncomfortability doesn't stop at that one level. Because there's always like a new level of being uncomfortable, right? So people go, oh, well, if you make more money, you have more problems. No, when you make more money, you never made a lot of money before, so you're going to be uncomfortable to understand how that money works.
Yeah, yeah.
And again, what do? You invest in yourself and understand how money works.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Right? Any problem that you have, if you invest in yourself and figure out what can I do to solve this problem, you will keep growing. And understand, when you first invest and you learn something new, and you're going to be uncomfortable, but that layering never stops.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You always have a new layer to learn and to keep growing. The problem is people don't like to be uncomfortable, and psychologically they don't like change. They like to stay where they're at in their safety zone. They like to be safe.
True, but they
Okay?
also don't like failure either.
No, of course. I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying, there are a lot of people that are afraid of success. And the reason why I believe there's more people afraid of success than failure is because the people that are afraid of success never give it 110%. They kind of hold back a little bit because they're worried about what's going to happen. So they never really give it their all. Because if they did, they would get the results that they're asking for.
But here's what gets me, though, and this is a great discussion on this podcast, is the fact that we could spend all day on this topic because this is something that's really big.
That's why we save the best for last.
This affects a lot of people in the industry. Like, they quit before they even get started. They quit too early. Some of them haven't even finished their first 30 days of training.
And they come in sometimes with preconceived notions
or high expectations
of what they think this business is all about.
Yeah.
And the reality is they'll never know unless they stay in long term and make a commitment.
Yeah.
And figure out what to do that works and what not to do that doesn't work.
Now, there's two sides of the spectrum because we do focus on digital marketing, but there are network marketers that actually go through this right now. Network marketers actually are one of the biggest, victims of this particular problem. And I say network marketers because I used to be a network marketer. Mm-hmm. And one of the telltale signs of wanting to quit early is when you have a lazy ass sponsor. A person that actually does not want to get back to you, answer any of your questions, or they're too busy, to give their time of day with you.
No, they want you to figure it out.
They want you to figure it out. They want you to go Google it. That's what they say, to go Google it. There's a lot of lazy ass sponsors out there, but there's some great ones out there that really, they're the dream sponsors. They're ones that they want to enroll you, but they also want you to be just like them.
These are for you network marketers.
Yeah, they want you to be just like them. And you'll know who is a good sponsor versus a bad one. And I do say there are bad ones. A lot of people in the industry will probably, be against that, but there are some bad ones. Why? Because I've had my share of bad ones.
But that's the same thing as affiliate marketing too. People that invite you into affiliate marketing program, there are a lot of bad ones.
There are.
There are very few good ones. We've had our share.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of bad ones.
Yeah, lots of bad ones. But that's through lack of training, lack of leadership, and lack of coaching. If the reason why you have a lot of bad actors out there is because they don't have the time or the know-how to invest into these things that they must have underneath their belt to be able to help guide people to success, because they don't even have success of their own.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how do we fix this problem? The seventh problem, okay? Quitting too early. How do we fix it?
Well, First of all, you got to give yourself time, right?
Patience.
Whenever patience, yes, number one. Whenever you start something, I don't care what it is. Let's move away from this business, affiliate marketing, digital marketing, whatever you want to call it. Let's move away from that for a second. Anything that you do in life requires time, right? Why is it that when you go to school, it takes a year to graduate, pretty much, right? Minus, summer, of course.
True.
Right? But why does it take almost a year? Because it takes time to understand your subjects. Why wouldn't it be any different when you're learning something? And think about it. You go to school for how long? Then potentially you go to college, right? To further your education before you even get out in the real world. But with business,
different.
You don't wait that long. You dive right in and you just go. And you can make a 5-year plan. In our case, we did it fairly quickly, but I just say a 5-year plan, right? Where it's way less than what you would commit to like school, college, and things like that.
Yeah.
On average, we've seen affiliate marketers, this is on average, their very first year start making money. If they commit themselves, if they invest in themselves, if they take action on what they're learning and never give up even when nothing is happening.
Now, I want to say something about that. I coached a lot of people and I learned a lot about these individuals. And the ones that I really do feel for, but I also have to put them in their place, are the ones that said that they failed in this industry for more than 10 years. So I have to come back to that person and I have to say, really? You spent between 7, 8, 9, 10 years in this industry and you failed at it? Okay. Pick up the baton, start all over again. The reason why I'm saying this is because you really got to look at your 8 years. Have you really spent 8 years to fail?
That's a very good point. I'm glad you mentioned that because
you got to ask that question of yourself and really look and be honest with yourself. This is something me and you went through with the exercise with ourselves and our students as our coach put us through this.
Yes.
You have to take a good naked look at yourself. Strip your vanity, your mask, strip
ego.
It all away.
You got to let go of the ego.
Strip it all down and say to yourself, have I truly gave it my all in whatever XYZ program for 8, 9, 10 years, diligently, consistently, and then failed? Because honestly, I find that to be a bunch of bullshit. Because what happens is the reality check hits you and you go, really, I spent a good 2, not 8, not 10. Because all you did was dabble around looking for the silver bullet or the magic bullet, the shortcut, whatever you want to call it, to try to get results faster. And you still did not make anything going forward. You didn't make any commissions. You didn't get any leads. You didn't get any clicks. You didn't get any sales, whatever. And you only did 2 years out of those 8 to 10.
But there's different things that happen.
Mm-hmm.
There's people that educate themselves. And what they do is they'll stay stuck in that education.
Yeah.
And they won't take any action as time goes by. That's time, right? So most people don't really make that 110% commitment.
No.
They really don't. When you make that 110% commitment, you will know it. And
I know a lot of people will.
No, but you will know it because you know whenever we have like a contest or whenever we want to
like a competition,
do something extraordinary,
challenges.
You know what it takes.
Yeah.
And we know what it takes.
Oh, yes, we do.
And it's no bullshit. This is like some serious stuff. Like if you want to earn tens of thousands of dollars, it's game on. Like you have to go to that the next level.
Yeah.
All right. And it's just being real.
Mm-hmm.
If you're ready for that, let's go. Game on.
Yeah.
If you're not, then that's something that's internal within you that's causing that limiting belief that's keeping you stuck from earning that income that you truly desire, but also you deserve.
Now, let me give you an idea of the 30,000 foot view of what this looks like with somebody being committed versus somebody that's not really committed. There's things that are happening in life. Life will happen to you. That's the way you think about it. Actually, life happens for you. Okay. Read it. Read about it. Anthony Robbins talks about this a lot. And the thing is, okay, you got a business to run. You're not working another job. You're not having another 9 to 5. This is a business. You're an entrepreneur now. Okay. Pull up your big girl panties and you know what? Let's get down to work here.
And your big boy draws.
And your big boy draws. And you got to look at the way you've been scheduling your business, okay? Or scheduling the activities that you have to do around your business. Are you really truly committed and consistent? Have you been showing to every, fast, quick start type training, every single week that the company owners are doing? Are you showing up because, you want to be out in the crowd and be like, hey, I'm sitting on the sideline. I'm a cheerleader and a spectator. I'm not a participator, right? If that's really what you're doing, you're not treating your business like a business. You're treating it like a hobby, okay? And the reality is you need to be there to show up in order to blow up. You have to be at those meetings because you're going to get value from being there and you're going to learn and take notes. And then you're going to start implementing an execution on the things that you just learned. And I have to say this because a lot of times when you look at these webinars, you'd be surprised at how many people show up and do nothing. They just do absolutely nothing.
They'll show up, they'll buy something and never do anything with it.
I mean, I've seen people who say that they really want to get out of debt, but they truly don't want to get out of debt. If you're showing up to a webinar and you got one of them beauty masks on and you're falling asleep like this, and you're not listening to the trainer, you're not taking any notes, but you still showed up anyway, so you think you can count that? Let me tell you something. Go back to work.
Well,
Go back to work.
Right, but Jeffrey always,
that's not for you, man.
Our coach Jeffrey always said that if you're always thinking about how can I get out of debt, you will always remain in debt.
Right, that's another story. But I'm talking about like the participation level of a person. How committed are they? Are they falling asleep behind the wheel? Are they really doing the work? Are they studying? Are they becoming a student of the industry? We look at our team members and we always hold everyone accountable. Either they show up or they don't. Do we go call them up, chase them, knock on their door, send them letters to their post office and be like, hey, we didn't see you for a week? No, this is your business. And if you really want to be a top earner and a top leader and you want to have a lot of income coming in every single week, you're the one that has to take the full responsibility. It's on you, not us. I have to say that part here on the show because a lot of people go, oh, well, because of Ace and Rich, I'm not successful. No, because of you, you're not successful. We'll give you everything you need, the handbooks, the guides, the downloads, the cheat sheets, the whole roadmap, baby. But if you ain't reading the map, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't doing it.
And you know what?
I
think we're one of the most transparent entrepreneurs on the internet.
Keep it real, man.
I really do because, of course, with our team too, we share what we're doing.
Yeah.
And we always share, like, if we pivot, we share what we're doing as far as pivoting. If we start to implement new strategies, we share those strategies too as well. If you don't take action on those things that we're letting you know about, it's your own fault.
Yeah.
Right? If we don't take action on what I'm sharing with you right now, it's our own fault.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
That's how it goes.
One thing I learned a long time ago, and this has something with the ego, okay? Most people wear a mask, all right? The majority of people wear a mask because they hide their inner self. They hide that inner self that's vulnerable. They're scared. They're scared to be vulnerable. They're scared. More importantly, they're scared to be honest with themselves.
It's like I said earlier,
The ego will lie to you. So you will lie to yourself just to make yourself feel better. So your brain gets a dopamine hit and you're like, well, I feel great now. I don't have to really hold myself accountable anymore, right? That's that feeling that people get when they lie to themselves.
Yeah.
And that's why they don't get the results. Like if I know that things are not working out in my favor for a certain reason, I have to investigate it. I have to go, what's going on here? Am I the one that's responsible? Am I the one that needs to learn something new? Am I the one that needs to up my game? Am I the one that needs to let other things go because it's taking up more of my time?
Yeah.
Right? I have to be honest with myself 110%. If I showed up one day and it wasn't good, I need to be honest with myself. Because if I'm not, there's no way that I can grow and be better.
Yeah.
I'll just keep lying to myself, and everything will just be going backwards, and fall into the old paradigm.
And don't think just because you're new that, okay, well, I'm so new, I still have to learn everything. Of course you do. That's why your trainings are in place for you as a digital marketer. You have to go to those trainings. You have to show up. Think of it like you just signed up for another college, course, except you're learning and earning at the same time.
You have to show up. You have to show up to blow up.
You got to show up to the classes.
Yep.
And when you're brand new, it's crucial for you to be there. That's how you could avoid all these 7 mistakes.
Again, this is what we talked about. It's easy not to do it, because when you do not do it, it's very, very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is really good. This is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we talked about this.
Yep.
I'm glad we saved the best for last. So
now this is a question coming in from Albie. We'll do Q&A here, guys, and then we're going to wrap this show up. But thank you so much. Here we have Albie says, let's see. How much getting to know you does there need to be before you present a high ticket sale to them? Well, it's actually a high ticket offer. Let's get your terminology. Remember, word of the day Wednesday, okay? I don't do it anymore. I've been so busy with the other projects. That's why. Yeah. But I have covered this. So it's a high ticket offer. So how much getting to know them do you do? Well, first of all, let go of your belief of creating rapport. That's what's really hurting you. When you focus so much on creating too much rapport, you're going to spend too much time with that individual. You're not getting to the point like fast.
Yeah,
okay?
I mean, how many people we've signed up first time meeting them on video?
Yeah, it's a trap to focus so much on getting to that rapport. Like, oh, you got to build rapport, but you're taking it too far.
Yeah,
you're spending too much time. You should have no more than 15 good minutes, and that includes within that 15 minutes all those like 5-minute increments or intervals in between, from hello, welcome, to here's my 3 questions I'm going to ask you, or 4 or 5 questions if you can get them out. Okay. Get the answers as quick as possible you can for them, and then use their answers against them to pre-frame your high ticket offer to see if it's the solution.
And not only that, but here's a tip for you, Albie. Here's a tip that I can help you out with. I'm always giving you a tip. So here's a new one. You can create a quiz, a questionnaire, and you could actually send it to your list and see who's qualified for that high ticket before you even talk to them.
Yeah, you can do it that way too. Yeah. So there's multiple ways to do it.
But we've done that even from like back in the day in 2008. We were told to qualify our list, find out what kind of people are on our list.
Yes.
And you can do that, right? So, and there's certain questions that you can ask with that quiz to qualify them.
So, Albie, if you really want to like fine tune your A game, then I would suggest that you spend a little bit more time with looking at your process of how you're bringing in people and how much time are you spending on. I mean, if you need a stopwatch and really see what you're doing, it's going to be obvious, right? You're spending too much time on rapport. You need to focus so much on like getting straight to the point, putting boundaries in your business. And then here we go. This is what I'm going to do. This is how this call is going to go. You control the conversation, not the buyer.
Good point.
Yeah. There you go.
Exactly.
Karen says, change and grow. Change and grow.
Yeah, you got to change and grow always. It never stops, guys. It never stops.
Albie says, you guys are amazing leaders, consistent and great role models in this industry. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're
Albie.
welcome. We want to see
that.
you succeed. And, we're here to develop other leaders. Like we always talked about this, like we create an army of leaders, right? Leaders that actually share the Ace and Rich philanthropy. That's our beliefs. That's our core values. That's what we stand for. That's what we're sharing with you guys. And when you work with Ace and Rich, that's what we do. We teach you what we know, everything from what's in here. Okay. It's a vault. It's a vault of information and education and wisdom and experience. And we know how to get the results. And that's why people come and seek us out, because we're the only ones that actually teach digital marketing better than these people that ever experienced. They come to us all the time. They look for Ace and Rich. It's like, why is it that Ace and Rich? What makes them so special? We're not wearing capes. We may be super affiliates, but we're not wearing capes. Okay. But the thing is, we do this because we care, and people can see the genuine, of our heart. You know what I'm trying to say? Like they see how genuine we are. We're not fake. We're not, pretending or perpetrating a fraud. Yeah. This is who we are. When you see us and you meet us at a live event, this is who you're going to see. We don't change for nobody. No matter how much money we make, we are always going to still be who we are because we never forgot where we came from. And we remember we started out as a homeless family and we went from homeless to making 7 figures. And we did it all with organic marketing and paid
And moving
traffic.
to this beautiful sunny island of Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right, guys, we are at the top of the hour. We want to thank you for being here on Ace and Rich Live. Stay tuned next week, same time, same bat channel, for another great live with Ace and Rich. And I hope you guys got a lot of value out of today's video, because today's video was all about having helping you guys have a breakthrough in your lives and in your business.
If you have additional questions about the topic that we talked about, feel free to use the comments thread below this video and be sure to leave those comments there. We do check every single comment that we can get to, and we do reply back with thoughts and also feedback. So thank you so much for watching us here at Ace and Rich Live. Tune in again next time, next Friday, same time, same bat channel. My name is Ace Guzman.
And my name is Rich Guzman.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Have a great Memorial weekend.
Bye now.
Bye, guys.